Hi there, Tommy Larkin here with Om Fitness and Yoga. This is our very first tweak of the week and I'm super excited to bring it to you. It's for developing strength and mobility in the forearms, hands, and wrists. This is our very first tweak of the week and I'm super excited to bring it to you. It's for developing strength and mobility in the forearms, hands, and wrists. You're going to need a tennis ball to do this exercise, so if you want to follow along, hit pause, go grab one, and then join back in. But before we start, as a drummer, I've benefited from having strong forearms. It's essentially a byproduct of holding sticks and playing with efficient motion, which is done from using the fingers and wrists first, and then the elbows. The results were growing strong muscles that control the fingers and better wrist mobility overall. I also see this in people who play instruments like the piano or those who do daily work with their hands like landscapers. Essentially, people who use finger grappling motions. So what does this all mean? Well, it puts us in a better position to not have issues with our wrists and gives us the ability to do poses or exercises which require good flexibility in the bend of the wrist while being able to bear weight. The reason is because the muscles learn to become stronger and draw away from the hands. This creates space in the wrist joint, which is a very narrow opening. Now you may be looking at this video and saying, Tommy, I don't understand. To be honest, until I understood the anatomy of the wrist, I didn't either. So let's just take a quick look at what I'm getting at here. Now there are muscles in the fingers and palm which allow us to curl our fingers around an object, like this tennis ball. But the prime movers, those muscles which control the fingers, are in the forearm. These muscles are actually located in the upper portion of the forearm, where it becomes thicker near the elbow. Closer to the wrist, the tendons, which connect the muscles to the respective fingers, root through the wrist and spread out to each of the fingers and thumb. When people complain about having trouble, for instance, with planks or push-ups or arm balances or carpal tunnel syndrome, it's generally because this narrow space is being compressed somehow. This leads to pain and discomfort. Now, doing this exercise I'm going to show you is not the total fix. I'll be addressing some of that topic in the next week's Tweak of the Week. However, what it does do, it gives you the strengthening you need to implement corrections in your practice, which will help with alleviating pain and discomfort over time. Although this is not designed to be an in-depth look at the anatomy of the lower arm area, I hope it gave you a little bit of understanding why this exercise is so beneficial. As a precursor, please note this exercise can seem subtle. I recommend only doing one set for the first week or so to allow the body to get adjusted to the work. Then you can add more reps or sets, eventually building up to 20 compression reps in 3 sets. So let's do this. The exercise consists of 2 elements, finger work and grappling work. So grab your tennis ball and hold the tennis ball with the tips of your fingers like this. All right? Do a gentle press into the ball with all 8 fingers and the thumbs and make sure they are all pressing with fairly even pressure between them, meaning not any one of the is able to overwork compared to the others. This generally happens with the thumbs because they're really strong. Now, as you just breathe, press all 10 digits into the ball and then release the pressure. Do this 10 times. Make the minor adjustments with individual fingers to ensure each is doing work. Individual amounts of pressure from each finger is determined by its own strength. Great. Now, palm the ball in your dominant hand. Gently grip the ball with all 5 fingers to ensure an even grip among them. There are 4 positions that we're going to work in with compressing the ball. Now the first is a neutral position. You just hold the arm neutral, and as you're breathing, you're just going to squeeze the ball as tight as you can and then release the pressure. And you do that 5 times. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now flex the wrist and squeeze as tight as you can while you just breathe and release, and then do that 5 times, 4 and 5. Now create extension. I like to hold the elbow when I do it. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last is a neutral. From the neutral position, you're going to tilt towards the pinky side of the hand and squeeze 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Good. Now you've done all 4. You put the ball in your non-dominant hand. And again, gently grip the ball. Again, ensure all 5 fingers have an even grip among them. And now we repeat all 4 positions. So first you have neutral, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're just breathing naturally, all right? Then you're going to flex the wrist and you're going to squeeze it. And you can do this at an angle too. You don't have to hold the arm upright like I'm doing. You can support it on a desk or your hand. Then you're going to flex the wrist, extend the wrist, and do 5. So that's going this way. I'll turn sideways so you can see that. Right? And then you're going to go towards the pinky finger. Right? Squeeze as tightly as you can and then release the pressure 5 times. Good. You've done great. All right? Now, a quick thing to note is those are all can be a little bit challenging. You just squeeze as much as you can. And again, do 1 set as we did for the first week or so. Then you can start adding compressions and additional sets as your arms and hands become stronger. Right? Adding 1 or 2 extra ones as you're progressing is a great way to do it. If you've liked today's tweak and would like to see a specific topic, pose, or exercise covered in our Tweak of the Week, shoot us an email with your idea or question. To do so, just visit the Connect page on our website, omfay.com. That's omfay.com. Also, as a reminder, we're initially sharing the Tweak of the Week in our newsletter, Get Optimized. So if you want to be among the first to receive each week's tweak, sign up today. You can do so at the bottom of each page on our website. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope this Tweak of the Week is of benefit to you in building strength in your fingers, hands, and forearms, and increasing mobility in your wrists. And as that journey that you're on continues to unfold before you, may we find the ability to have vital energy and be more optimized in our life. Until we see you again, have an amazing day.